Once upon a time, there was a farm. It was a very nice farm. Green grass grew everywhere. A big red barn stood in the middle. Dulal Kaka, the farmer, lived there. He wore a big smile and even bigger boots. He loved all his animals. He had a cow named Hamba who said moo all day long. There was a duck named Pak who loved to splash in the pond. And there were lots of fluffy, happy chickens who pecked and clucked and laid beautiful eggs. Life on the farm was simple and sweet, just the way everyone liked it. Among all the chickens were two special friends. Their names were Jhinuk and TunTuni. Jhinuk was very brave. She had shiny brown feathers and a very loud cluck. If something was wrong, Jhinuk was the first to know. TunTuni was very clever. She had soft white feathers and a very quick mind. She could solve any puzzle. Together they were the best team in the whole hen house. They looked out for each other. They shared the best worms. They made sure everyone was safe and sound. They were not just friends, they were super friends. Every morning the sun would peek over the big red barn. Dulal Kaka would come out with a bucket of yummy grains. Cluck, 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 the chickens would sing. It was a happy sound. Jhinuk and TunTuni would eat their breakfast and then get to work. Their very important job was laying eggs. Jhinuk laid big brown eggs. TunTuni laid small white eggs. They were very proud of their eggs. They would sit on them and keep them warm and cozy. It was the best job on the whole farm. But someone else lived on the farm too. He did not cluck or moo. He did not lay eggs. His name was Biral Bahadur, which means brave cat. He was a sleek black cat with glowing green eyes. He was very sneaky. He would slink and slide and tiptoe through the shadows. The other animals did not trust him. Biral Bahadur was always hungry. His tummy would rumble like a tiny thunderstorm. He was always looking for a snack, a little nibble, a tasty bite to eat, and he was watching the hen house very, very closely. One sunny afternoon, something terrible happened. Jhinuk finished laying a perfect, smooth, brown egg. She was so proud, she clucked a happy song and went to get a drink of water. When she came back, she looked in her nest. The nest was there. The soft hay was there, but the egg was gone. Jhinuk looked again. She poked the hay with her beak. Nothing. She looked under the nest. Nothing. Her beautiful, perfect, brand new egg had vanished into thin air. It was a mystery. Jhinuk let out a very loud, very worried squawk. "Buak! My egg is gone!" All the other chickens came running. TunTuni rushed to her side. "What is wrong, Jhinuk?" she asked, her clever eyes looking all around. Jhinuk pointed a wing at her empty nest. "It was right here, a minute ago, and now it is not." The hen house was filled with worried clucks. An egg had never gone missing before. This was a big problem. A very big problem. Who would do such a thing? Who would steal a precious egg? TunTuni put on her thinking face. "We must investigate," she declared. "We will be detectives." Jhinuk puffed out her chest, trying to be brave. "Yes, we will find the egg thief." They decided to ask everyone on the farm. First, they went to Hamba the cow. "Hamba, did you see anyone near our hen house?" Hamba just chewed her grass slowly. "Moo," she said, which meant I saw nothing but delicious grass. They were not getting very far with their investigation, but they would not give up. Next, they waddled over to the pond to find Pak the duck. Pak, did you see a thief?" TunTuni asked. Pak was busy splashing his feathers. "Quack, quack, I saw a shadow," he said. A long, black, sneaky shadow. It went that way. He pointed his bill towards the old woodpile. A black shadow? Jhinuk and TunTuni looked at each other. They knew only one animal on the farm that was long, black, and sneaky. It had to be Biral Bahadur, the cat. The mystery was getting clearer. The two chicken detectives decided to spy on their main suspect. They tiptoed very carefully towards the woodpile where Biral Bahadur liked to nap. Peeking from behind a bush, they saw him. The cat was licking his lips. He looked very happy and very full. His tummy was not rumbling anymore. It was round. Jhinuk nudged TunTuni. "Look at his tummy. It's egg-shaped," she whispered. This was all the proof they needed. Biral Bahadur was the egg thief, no doubt about it. He was guilty. Jhinuk was angry. She wanted to march right over and peck the sneaky cat. But TunTuni, the clever one, held her back. "Wait," TunTuni whispered. "He is bigger than us. He is faster than us. We need a plan." Jhinuk knew she was right. They couldn't fight him alone. They needed to be smart. They needed to be prepared. They went back to the hen house to think. They gathered all the other chickens. "Biral Bahadur stole the egg," Jhinuk announced. And we are going to catch him. The henhouse buzzed with determined clucks. TunTuni laid out the plan. It was a brilliant plan, a chicken plan. We will need to be faster and stronger, she explained, so we must train. For the rest of the afternoon, the henhouse turned into a training ground. The chickens practiced their running. They flapped their wings extra hard. They practiced their loudest, most surprising squawks. They were getting ready for a showdown. They were no longer just chickens. They were a team. A flock of feathery heroes ready for action. They would protect their eggs. As the sun began to set, the plan was ready. Tonight, TunTuni declared, we set our trap. They would place a fake egg in Jhinuk's nest. This egg was actually a smooth, white stone they found by the pond. It looked just like an egg. When Biral Bahadur came to steal it, they would be waiting, all of them, hiding in the shadows, ready to spring their surprise. The chickens were a little scared, but they were also very excited. Tonight, they would teach that sneaky cat a lesson he would never forget. Night fell on the farm. The moon was a bright silver coin in the sky. It was very quiet. Too quiet. Inside the hen house, every chicken was holding its breath. They were hidden everywhere. Some were behind the hay bales. Some were perched up high on the rafters. Jhinuk and TunTuni were hiding right near the nest, peeking through a crack in the wall. They watched the fake egg. It sat there, gleaming in the moonlight. It looked very tasty. It was the perfect bait for a hungry cat. Suddenly, a shadow moved. It was long and black and slinky. It was Biral Bahadur. He tiptoed into the henhouse without a sound. His green eyes glowed in the dark. He saw the egg. He licked his lips. Slowly, silently, he crept towards the nest. He thought he was so clever. He thought no one could see him. He reached out a paw to snatch the stone egg. This was the moment. Now! Squawked Jhinuk at the top of her lungs. It was the signal. Chaos! The henhouse exploded with chickens. Whack, whack, cluck, cluck. They all shrieked at once. Chickens flew down from the rafters. They poured out from behind the hay. Biral Bahadur was so surprised he jumped a foot in the air. He dropped the stone egg with a loud thud. He saw 100 angry chickens flapping and squawking right at him. He had never been so scared in his life. He turned and ran as fast as he could. But the chickens were right behind him. A thundering wave of feathers and fury. The great chicken chase was on. It spilled out of the henhouse and into the village square. Biral Bahadur zipped and zagged, but the chickens were everywhere. They were a team. They chased him around the well. They chased him under the benches. They chased him right up a tall tree. The noise woke up all the villagers. Dulal Kaka came running out in his pajamas. He saw the cat trapped in the tree and his entire flock of chickens clucking triumphantly below. He had never seen anything like it. The villagers couldn't believe their eyes. A whole army of chickens had cornered the sneaky cat. Dulal Kaka started to laugh. "My brave chickens!" he cheered. "You caught the thief!" The other villagers cheered too. Jhinuk and TunTuni puffed out their chests with pride. They had done it. They had protected their home. Biral Bahadur, stuck in the tree, looked down with wide, regretful eyes. He hadn't meant to cause so much trouble. He was just so very, very hungry. But stealing was wrong, and now everyone knew it. From that day on, Jhinuk and TunTuni were heroes. Dulal Kaka gave them extra corn as a reward. The other animals looked at them with new respect. Hamba the cow mooed a special song for them. Pak Pak the duck quacked about their bravery to anyone who would listen. The chickens of the hen house knew that they were safe because of their two brave leaders. No one would dare steal an egg from them ever again. They had proven that even small chickens can do big things when they work together. And what about Biral Bahadur? Eventually, he climbed down from the tree when everyone was gone. He felt very silly and very sorry. He realized that stealing from his neighbors was not the right way to fill his tummy. From then on, Dulal Kaka made sure to leave a small bowl of milk out for the cat each evening. Biral Bahadur never stole an egg again. He learned that it was much better to be a friend than a thief. He still slinked in the shadows, but now he did it with a full belly and a clear conscience. And so, the farm returned to its peaceful, happy self. But things were a little different. The chickens stood a little taller. Jhinuk and TunTuni knew they had done something important. They showed everyone that it doesn't matter how small you are. If you have courage in your heart and your friends by your side, you can face any challenge, you can be a hero, and that is a very important lesson for chickens and for everyone else. The end.